Hey, welcome everybody. We are Carl and Cathie Firestone from Orlando, Florida, and we are so excited to be sharing with you tonight. You guys, we just came fresh off of our team convention. This is at Team Convention last weekend with over 4,000 people. You guys, it was life-changing. I'm telling you, and that's not hyperbole. It was absolutely life-changing. So thank you, Steve and Gina Merritt and your whole family for blessing us with that incredible once-in-a-lifetime event. It was. I've been to hundreds of conventions, you guys, throughout my professional career. Nothing came close to what we experienced this last weekend. So get excited. We are going to go through this very quickly and share with you what we have our hands on, this newly patented affordable stem cell reactivation technology, or should I say what is on our hands. X39 is the number one product in the entire industry, and we are number one in momentum out of 6,000 companies right now, 2 years in a row.
Exciting.
So, welcome to all our guests. We're so excited you're here. Go ahead and text out, get a few more people on, you guys. You do not want to miss this for your family. We call this a double barrel blessing. Cathie and I, that's what we call it because that's what it is.
Yeah.
And there's a product side that's going to help people with their physical bodies, and there is an opportunity, a financial side to this that is like anything that we've ever seen before. It's unlike anything that we've ever seen before. So we call it the opportunity of a lifetime wed to the product of a lifetime. So we're going to share our screen with you and go through our slideshow real quick. Wasn't that great? Brand new video too, you guys.
Yeah.
The tools that they're putting out for us to win and succeed are just absolutely world class. Thank you. This is it, Team Steve and Gina, for doing that.
Absolutely. So here's the question of the night. Have you been patched yet? Welcome. We are so very glad that you're here. You're going to want to be sure you get back with the person who invited you on to this Zoom tonight to get your very first X39 so you too can elevate, activate, and regenerate your body.
It won't be their last, will it?
No, absolutely not. This is David Schmidt. David is the CEO of the parent company behind X39 called Lifewave. He's also the inventor. He is the scientist behind the technology. Pretty remarkable, right? This gentleman personally holds over 200 patents. It's just... He's a genius. He's an absolute genius and an amazing human being. He is a true scientist and an inventor, and he specializes in age reversing. How does that sound?
Of that.
Right?
Yeah.
Me too. And in 2008, he specifically focused his attention on stem cell research. And this technology that we're talking about tonight, X39, actually took 10 years and $4.5 million to bring to market. There's the patent. Patents are important because they mean protection and exclusivity.
Bingo.
The U.S. patent number is there at the top. You can Google it and read it in its entirety if you'd like. You can see on the right-hand corner, this one was issued in July of 2020. So we have 15 more years to run and share this with as many people as we possibly can because everyone needs this technology. If you're breathing, you have stem cells, and that means you need this technology. The abstract is there to your left. We pulled an excerpt down at the bottom that says, as a result of elevating copper peptide, if you're at all interested in how this works, Google copper peptide. You can read forever because it's been studied clinically for 50 years. When you elevate it, incredible things start to happen, like reactivation of your own dormant stem cells, improvements in energy, and elevation of your antioxidants.
So guys, why should we wear the X39 stem cell activation patch? And that was the question that we had for our friends Steve and Gina Merritt when they called us just 3 short years ago.
Yeah.
And what you guys have to know about Steve is he's a pro athlete for 25 years. Think of that. And a world champion athlete, and he's had, count them, 15 major surgeries during and after his pro career. You guys, he was beat up. And we knew that of Steve. And when he called, he was excited about the product and the opportunity and what it was doing for them in a very, very short period of time. He also shared with us, he said, Carl, the fewer stem cells that you have, the faster you age and the slower you heal. And he went on to say that by age 30, doesn't take too long to get there, does it, guys?
No.
Age 30, we've lost half of our stem cell activity in our body. And we talked a little bit about how interesting it was that most pro athletes' careers are over by age 30. Could that be something to do with those stem cells going stagnant? And I started doing the math because I was worried. I said, well, Steve, what about me? I'm almost 60. And he said, Carl, you've got 2 stem cells left. They're at the time clock right now, getting ready to punch out. So you guys, that's why I was feeling beat up, sluggish, healing slowly, just, pretty miserable. And I've been a contractor for my whole life, many, many decades. And Steve knew I was beat up too. The product benefits that our entire family have received from wearing this product, I am telling you, it has been life-changing for us.
Absolutely. And it's really important for everyone to understand that this patch, this technology does not heal, treat, cure, mitigate anything. What it does is basically put your body in a natural reboot, and then your body can do what we believe God intended all of our bodies to do, and that's heal itself. So how does it work? That's what I wanted to know. Full disclosure, if you're skeptical tonight, so were we. When we got our patches in the mail, I looked at Carl and said, this is a sticker. I don't think this is going to do anything. Well, I'm here to tell you 3 years later, I was so wrong. And I'm so grateful that I had an open mind and that we trusted our friend's judgment when Steve and Gina called us, and we started to patch, because I feel better now than I did in my 30s, and that's pretty impressive. This is a proprietary form of phototherapy. That's light therapy. It's been used for thousands and thousands of years. Best analogy is what happens when we go out into the sun. Our bodies harness the energy of the sun, chemical reaction takes place internally, and our own levels of vitamin D elevate. But in that example, we need an external power source, right? We need the sun. Well, what we've learned on this journey with Lifewave is that our bodies, all of our bodies, emit heat and light 24/7. And what David Schmidt has done is harnessed our own power that we generate as human beings. This is a non-transdermal patch. What does that mean? It means nothing is entering the body. No pharmaceuticals, no drugs, no chemicals, no stimulants, nothing. In the very center of that patch, completely encapsulated, is a patented nanocrystal technology. It's made up of amino acids and sugars and salts and stabilized oxygen and water, all from organic plants in a very specific crystalline structure. It reflects your own light back into your own tissue when you place it anywhere on your body. And it's completely non-invasive. That elevates your copper peptide, which in turn reactivates your own dormant stem cells.
Bingo. Wow, you slayed it. Okay, guys, here's a short list of some of the benefits of X39. Our entire family have seen all these benefits, and they're powerful. Increased strength, reduced inflammation. That is a big one. You ask any doctor, they will tell you that chronic inflammation is the source of most major problems with our health. Increased stamina. Who could use some of that? Energy and vitality. Mental clarity. Restored muscle or skeletal conditions. Improvements of sleep. Improved skin appearance. Man, these all sound good to me. Yeah, sound good to me. Sign me up.
Absolutely.
Sign me up.
Look at this.
This is our favorite. When this one came out, you guys, this picture of this topography map, this is powerful. Talk about the science a little bit about what David does and backs up the product.
Yeah, absolutely. The science behind this technology is rock solid. Most companies in this industry will do a handful of clinical studies to validate the efficacy of their product. By the end of this calendar year, David and his incredible team will have completed 100 clinical studies on this technology. So take a look at this. A topography map measures inflammation, and this particular participant in this study was a 77-year-old woman at the time. I believe she was a Pilates instructor, so she was in relatively good physical health, and she wore X39 at the base of the back of her neck. On the far left side of your screen, session one's her baseline. That's before she started to patch. Anywhere you see red is inflammation. And she had quite a bit of it. And the notes are there. Inflammation in the brain, lack of brain coherence. Take a look at session 2. This is 3 weeks. 3 weeks. This astounds me every time I see it. The inflammation is gone. Improved brain coherence, and she just continues to improve. The final session 3 on the far right is 6 weeks in total. And as we saw this for the first time, it really made me think, it's not just this precious woman's brain, it's every organ and system in her body, perhaps, and in mine, and in Carl's, and in yours. No one wants to walk around with stagnant stem cells and inflammation in their body.
Yes.
And now we have an answer.
Yes. So X39, some of the long-term results per those case studies that Cathie talked about, you guys, what we heard David Schmidt say, the inventor, is X39 goes to work within seconds of placing this on our skin anywhere on the body. It goes to work in seconds, and within the first few days it's already resetting 4,000 of our genes. You guys, that's about a third of our genome.
Yeah.
And then within 6 weeks, that brain balancing becomes apparent. And you guys, that's a big deal alone. Cathie was, she was suffering with that, and it did a complete turnaround. Complete turnaround. So within 3 months, our bodies create more collagen. You guys, that's a big deal in itself.
Yeah.
Collagen is a big buzz right now, but it's animal collagen from pigs and chickens and everything else, right? Your body can elevate and increase its own collagen production, clinically proven, when you wear X39.
Boom.
That's a game changer because collagen holds us together. Dr. Stillman says, it actually holds the body together and holds the organs together and does so much more. And then the big one lasts there within 6 months. We can't believe the testimonies we hear on cardiovascular system. The heart reverses in age. And right at about that 6-month mark for me, because I'm a contractor for many decades, I had hundreds of spider veins on my feet. Cathie walked by my chair one night, had my feet up, and she stopped in her tracks. She said, "Carl, look at your feet."
Yeah.
You guys, my spider veins were completely gone, reversed. And what's interesting, I didn't feel it.
Yeah.
I didn't even see it. And it made me wonder, wow, if that's happening all the way down at my feet, I wonder what else is going on at that body that I'm not even aware of. It was an eye-opener for me.
Yeah, I love that quote that David says. It's not anti-aging, it's age reversing. So how do you wear it? It's so easy. Patches come in what we call a sleeve. It looks like this. There are 30 per sleeve. This sits by my toothbrush, and every morning when I brush my teeth, that's my reminder to take a brand new patch out, peel the paper, and place it anywhere on my body. And then at night, when I go to sleep, brush my teeth before bed again, that's my reminder to pull that patch off that I've worn for approximately 12 hours, throw it away, and then let my body do all of the amazing things we were created to do while we sleep. So you wear your patch for 12 hours on, 12 hours off. The vast majority of people, they're only going to need one patch. You can wear more than one at a time, but most people don't need to. The last point on this slide is super important. Our bodies work best just in general, but especially with this technology, they work best well hydrated. Yes. So it's recommended that we drink half our body weight in ounces every day of good clean water and add a good high quality electrolytes.
Yeah, so to sum it up, you guys, on the product, X39 is sophisticated technology. It is packed inside of this little sticker. This technology that's in there is so impressive. But the good news is it's so simple to explain.
Right.
You just put it on your skin to activate it, and your stem cells come back into play, and remarkable things can happen. And the testimonies, we love hearing the testimonies, and you will too, of X39 are oftentimes life-changing, and they can be very emotional, as you're about to hear right about now. The best thing about it is X39 absolutely works. So why don't we bring in our dear friends Rich Thomann, All-American football player for Notre Dame, a linebacker, and he was feared by his enemies on the other side, I'm sure, and Ginger Pope as well. You guys, we cannot wait to hear your story. Take it away.
All right, thanks, Carl and Cathie. You guys are doing a great job explaining everything. Joe Fazio called us a couple of years ago and asked me what I knew about stem cells. And I said, well, Joe, I'm in the orthopedic business and I sell stem cell injections. And he said, well, tell me about it. I said, well, it's about $3,000 a shot. They put this wherever it is, your elbow, your knee, ankle, you put it in locally, and then you hope that you get some pain relief. And insurance doesn't cover it, and it's painful. And I know it's even more painful when you get the bill, because it was about $3,000. And they said, well, how about a patch that costs about $3 a day to wear all day long that sends stem cells all over your body? And I said, sounds a lot better to me than the injection. So I told Ginger, I said, Ginger, I want you to take a look at this. I think it's something we need to be involved with. So I'm going to let Ginger share her story because it's so compelling. And she just recently had a fall and an eye injury. And what these patches have done has been nothing short of a miracle.
Okay, it's my turn. Okay, I am a walking miracle. There is no doubt about it, and it's because of these patches. This X39, I've got it up here because of my fall. I'll tell you quickly the reason why when Joe called us and I did 5 hours of research, I wanted to make sure everything I looked at, the clinical studies and the patents, I kind of went, okay, we have nothing to lose. The doctor told me I was going to have ankle replacement surgery or give me pain pills for the rest of my life. And I didn't want to do that, so I was very skeptical. Like everybody, how's this little patch, how does it do what it's supposed to do? So after about 10, 12 days, I canceled my physical therapy for my hip because my hip wasn't hurting. My son, I called up and he goes, why did you do that? And I said, because my hip doesn't hurt, because my foot doesn't hurt. And it was just like, wow, okay. And then he goes, anything else? And I said, well, I'm thinking, because things are, you just, when you're hurting, you don't do some things. Like I had pain in my shoulder, I'd broken it, and I couldn't move it more than this. And when he asked me that, I kind of went, oh my gosh, my arm, I can move my arm. I didn't even think about that. So that was absolutely amazing. And then it was probably about 4 months later, my doctor said I needed to have infusions for bone density. And I said, well, could you please look at these patches because I'd like to try those before I do any kind of drugs. And he said, I'll look at it. Called me 2 days later. He said, 6 months. We'll give it 6 months. If it doesn't work, you've got to have it. And I said, I will do that. So 6 months later, I had my bone density test. It was normal. This is after 15 years. And that was remarkable. He said, these things really do work. And he got his mom, who was 84 years old, he got her on them, and on the patches, on the X39. And so then all my blood tests, when you're old, Medicare has you go in and you got to do all the workup. So I went in there. I had problems with my thyroid. That came back normal. Cholesterol came back normal. It was just everything. My heart, I did heart test, came back. I have a heart of a 30-year-old. Now, I'm going to be 75 in 2 months. So when my doctor told me that, I'm like, these patches are amazing. So I'm feeling great. Everything's going along great. I'm feeling like I'm 35 and I'm close to 75, and I'm just feeling, I've got so much energy, and I'm going too fast. When you're 75, do not wear flip-flops. They don't work. So I was coming in from the house, from outside, and I fell. I had nothing to break my fall. I hit my cheekbone, went into my eye, and had emergency surgery, 14 stitches on my eye. And I had not patched yet that morning. I had not put my X39 on. Rich, right away, put my X39 on and went in, had the surgery, wore my patch into surgery. And it was about 27 hours later, the doctor came in and he took the bandages off and he goes, oh my gosh. And I go, what? And he goes, no swelling, no redness, no pain, nothing. He was amazed, absolutely amazed. And he goes, okay, first thing we need to do is save your eye. As you can see, I still have it. It's still there. It's kind of droopy, but it's still there. And I said, what about vision? And he said, we're not even discussing that for 3 months. And so it was about 3 days later, Rich was putting the drops in my eyes, and I saw color. Huge. So that was good. The first week after the surgery, I went in, I didn't even see an eye chart on the wall. And the second week, I read the 2 top lines. The doctor was still amazed. And he's no longer talking about losing my eye. He's talking about, he said something about a corneal transplant, which is fine. The lens, the cataract lens had fallen to the back of my eye, and they had to remove that. And so, anyway, the third week, I was able to read the third line. Patching, prayers, and time. And I am definitely a walking miracle. And I'm so thankful for the X39 and what David Schmidt, Joe Fazio for calling this. It is truly life-changing. At first, I'm thinking quality of life with the pain and being around my grandchildren and being able to feel I'm 35 again. And I do. I feel wonderful. I know my eye is going to be 100% like it was before. So, Carl and Cathie, thank you for talking to Joe Fazio, who talked to us, and life-changing. Thank you.
Wow, oh, amazing. And by the way, you don't look 1 minute over 35 either.
That's right. You look,
I don't feel it. I feel wonderful. I feel absolutely wonderful.
Doesn't it?
I just want everybody else to feel that way. Be able to enjoy life. You know, we don't have to get old and crippled and complain and take drugs. And we can feel good naturally. What God gave us.
Amen.
Thank you, Ginger.
Wow. Praise God for your recovery, and we'll keep praying for you. Wow, that's amazing.
Hey, Carl,
I told you it was going to be a good
one. One more thing.
Yes, please, Rich.
So if somebody asks you, what's that patch you're wearing? And so I said, well, that's my problem button. They said, your problem button? I said, yeah. If you press this button right there, you get more money. If you press that button right there, you get better health. So what do you need? More, right? It's my problem button.
Love it.
I love it.
That.
Oh, you guys are great.
Thank you.
Blessed a lot of people tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Man.
Incredible.
Go Irish.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nothing short of incredible.
What else?
Remember, the patch didn't heal Ginger.
Yeah.
Ginger's body healed Ginger.
Yes.
Right? It's just amazing. Okay,
Yes.
Here we go. This is at info.com. This is an incredible website for you to go to get all of the information that you want on the technology, the patents, the clinical studies. Everything is here for you in one landing page.
All product-based.
Amazing. And that video we started with tonight, amazing, right? That's the very first video now on this is at info.com. So we're going to switch gears here and we're going to talk about Lifewave as an opportunity. And if you've never met Carl and I and you don't know our story, he hinted about it in the beginning. Carl's been an entrepreneur his entire adult life. We've been together for 30 years, married 29 years this December, praise God. And in that 30 years we've been together, we've owned 7 conventional businesses across 4 sectors of the economy. He had 2 global manufacturing companies, contracting companies. He had a small manufacturing company, a traditional U.S.-based sub-sandwich franchise, which shall remain nameless, and most recently here in Orlando, a home renovation restoration business. And I can honestly tell you, as sure as I'm sitting here, I've never seen this man so excited, so passionate, so driven about any business he's ever had like he is about this one. Yes. And I'm going to let him tell you why.
Oh, thank you, Cathie.
Yeah.
You guys, we're open in over 80 countries now. And what I love about this opportunity in X39, it's not a Me Too product like most companies in this industry. Remember, there are 6,000 plus companies that share this space, and they all have the same products. It's a very noisy marketplace. Weight loss skincare supplements, CBD oil, energy drinks, you name it. We like to call them pills, powders, potions, and lotions, and you can get them anywhere at the corner gas station and Costco and online and TV. I mean, you guys, it's very noisy marketplace. That's why it's so important to have a novel, patent protected product.
Yes.
And look what happened to the revenue for Lifewave, a 20-year-old company, by the way. They were bouncing along happily at $20 million in revenue per year prior to X39 launching. Look what happens in 2022. When This Is It team, our team came in and X39 launched, and we started heralding the message of stem cell reactivation straight up to 320 million, then on to 430 million. Last year, over 600 million. This year, on our way to $1 billion.
That's right.
You guys, what is so exciting for me and Cathie is that in conventional business, it puts most people, they're out of reach for most people because they're so debt laden and you have to borrow so much capital and risk your family's financial future. With this, you have very little startup. I mean, you can literally start this business on a credit card. And one of the key things to remember here is that once you pick an initial package, and the biggest one you can get is $1,750. That's the biggest one you can come in on. Mm-hmm. Initial and one-time investment. And then your ongoing investment stays locked and low every month thereafter at $99 a sleeve for me, $99 a sleeve for her, regardless of how fast and big we build our business and our revenue. You guys, in conventional business and franchising, that, my friends, does not happen. Anytime you want to grow those kind of businesses, guess what grows along with them? All the negatives, the expenses, the employee headaches, the debt, the time away from family.
Yeah. This
is so powerful, you guys. Warren Buffett says it. He says, look, if you don't find a way to earn income while you sleep, you're going to work until you die. And that does not sound too terribly exciting, right? So you guys get excited. The benefits of X39 and Lifewave are powerful because the company does all the heavy lifting for us.
Right.
They create the patent protected product. They manufacture it. They ship it all over the world to all of our friends and family and contacts throughout the world. We don't need to handle all that. Mm-hmm. They guarantee it. They guarantee its efficacy and its safety. All that stuff is handled by the company. The customer service, all we do is herald the message.
That's right.
And they pay crazy for us to do that. So you guys, if you can't tell, we're a little fired up and excited about it because remember, it's number 1 out of 6,000 companies and nobody knows about it yet.
Bingo.
It's not saturated.
Yes.
So you go out on the street or out in the grocery store, you will not see the first 10 people that have this on the back of their neck.
Yeah.
That means and screams opportunity for you and your family and all of your friends and their family. You guys, listen, this is the number 1 opportunity of our entire lifetime. That's our humble opinion, mm-hmm. being lifelong entrepreneurs and business people. The return on investment for this opportunity is unlike anything, and we've looked at a lot of them, I have ever seen in my entire history of business and my life as an entrepreneur.
Absolutely. And then the accolades just continue to come.
Yes.
These are all third-party awards. So in 2024, Lifewave won the Global Bravo Award. This is done by Direct Selling News. They did it again in 2025. And
halfway through the year.
It was like April,
yeah.
And they already awarded it to Lifewave. That doesn't happen to a 20-year-old company. This is special. I hope that you're seeing and hearing that tonight, that we have our hands on something so incredibly special.
It really is.
Powerful. There it is, number 1 growth company in the world of direct selling again. This was the very first convention in Tampa, Florida, in August of 23, I believe. Yes. And look at all those people.
When we broke out of here, you guys, our team, This Is It team, is responsible for 60% of the company's revenue, and they broke out of here and we exploded the growth like the chart showed you earlier. And you guys, it's not saturated,
Nobody knows
but it's
about
proven. So get excited and get involved.
Yes.
At whatever level you can. Get back with the person that invited you here and get your spot. Do not wait. My old boss, Phil, always told me, Carl, he said, that's what broke people do. They wait. And it was a tip that I carried through my whole life. You know, don't wait. You have nothing to lose. The company backs it up. They guarantee it. So if you change your mind, hey, no problem. Call them and they'll give you a full refund. Bet you won't do it.
Yeah.
So what we like to ask people, you know, what are your hopes, goals, and dreams for your family, guys? You got to think of this. And, you know, over the last 5 years or so, it's been really tough on family. There's a lot of physical pain for sure, but there's a lot of financial pain throughout our country and the world. People are losing hope. Why? Because what are they supposed to do? Get the second, third, and fourth job and try to bring more revenue into their home? That doesn't work. You're trading time for dollars. X39 and this opportunity allows you to duplicate and compound your own efforts, you guys. This is where the magic is. The compounding residual nature of this opportunity is unlike anything that I've ever seen. So get excited, get involved, and decide, you know, what do you want?
Yeah, what's most important in your life? Is it your family? Is it your time freedom?
Yeah.
So many people might make a decent living, but do they own their own time? The answer is no. They're not seeing their kids grow up. They're working 60, 70 or more hours a week. This can give you your time freedom back. What about security? Do you like to travel? Oh my goodness. So Carl does not like to travel. I love to travel. So this company, Lifewave, does the most incredible incentive trips. I was able to take my mom to Greece. I was able to take our youngest son with me to Switzerland a couple of months ago. We're all going on a cruise to the Bahamas in February.
Come with us, guys.
Come with us because that just started.
You can earn it.
Oh,
it's not that difficult. And I mean, the company, I have never seen a company that just lavishes its brand partners. And it is a real deal. You guys, listen, don't miss this.
We want you.
Don't miss this for your family. And that money monkey is heavy and smelly, and he's got sharp teeth and claws. And if he's on your back, I'm telling you, my personal opinion, we can't promise you anything, but this is the most exciting and explosive growth opportunity of our lifetime. And the doctors are, you know what the doctors are saying about the product? There's a doctor on our team. His name is Dr. Joseph Peck. You need to look him up. He's on This Is It Info. And he says, quote, that X39 is the most significant breakthrough of his lifetime.
Yeah.
And he goes on to say that he believes it would be criminal not to be sharing this.
This is
It's a big deal, you guys.
Okay, we're not going to spend a ton of time on the compensation plan. There's a website we'll direct you to in just a minute or two. Basically, we get paid 4 different ways. You start by building 2 teams of people. You're going to put 2 people on your left team, 2 people on your right team. That starts to open you up to team commissions where you can earn up to $25,000 a week.
It's crazy. That's $1.3 million a year, you guys.
That's right.
And people are capping this out.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not like some pipe dream. There are multiple people capping out team commissions already in 3 years' time.
That's right. So, that puts you at the first rank in the business called manager, and then you just repeat that. You get those 4, get there for. Who get there for?
Yes. And then if 1.3 million is not lofty enough, there is unlimited income potential here in Lifewave's compensation plan. It is very, very generous. So dream big.
Yeah.
You know, if we're going to be dreaming, we might as well dream big and shoot for the stars. Who knows? You might hit one. You might catch one. So go to thisisitteam.com and click on the Lifewave compensation plan. You can learn all about it. This is that enrollment sheet that you're going to want to get from the person that invited you. We'll blow it up a little here so Kath can explain how to get in based on what your hopes, goals, and dreams are.
That's right. So there are 3 options, 3 different packages you can choose from. Core is 3 sleeves of X39, so it's enough technology, enough patches for one person to wear for 3 months. This is really for the person that just kind of wants to try the product and see if it's everything that we say it is. I'm telling you, it is. But Core might be where you want to start. Remember, these are all one-time purchases. That's $295 plus your tax and shipping. If you're already making a list of people in your head that you know need this technology, and by the way, if they're breathing, they qualify, then you're going to want to look at either Advanced or Premium. Advanced is 6 sleeves of X39. It's $535 plus your tax and shipping. And for the serious entrepreneur, we really recommend the Premium Pack. This is 20 sleeves of X39. It's $1,750. You cannot start another type of business for $1,750. You just can't do it.
You can't do it. I mean, you guys, this is the most popular pack for people that want to go big in this. So keep that in mind as you're making your decision. And remember, David Schmidt himself, the inventor, says that we need to be wearing X39 for at least 1 month for every decade of age we are. So as you go in and decide these packs, decide how many family members and your spouse, of course, that you're going to be placing on X39 and make sure that you get enough for the whole family.
Yeah.
And the best value is by far the Premium. It's going to set you up to win in the business because you'll have plenty of inventory to wear and to share. And that's the name of the game. And place product with people as they sign up on your team. Place product with them, loan it to them, and then simply get it returned when their initial order comes in. And remember, subscription, we equate subscription to residual income.
Right.
So remember, subscription is your residual income, and it's also the residual income of your team members. So if they want to earn income with this, subscription is an absolute must because it keeps them tied into the revenue stream. If they click off subscription, they're not going to earn any income in this. So hope that helps you out. 2 sleeve, it opens you up to the potential of all the compensation plan has to offer. 1 sleeve, you can only earn $100 a month. And what is so wonderful about the company is you can upgrade to the top premium kit. If you come in on the other kits, no problem, but you'll want to upgrade to that premium kit as fast as you can so you can maximize the opportunity.
Absolutely. 2 websites we're going to leave you with tonight. The first one we've already talked about. ThisisItinfo.com is all about the technology. This is the product page where you can learn everything you need to learn. Thisisitteam.com is for those who are interested in building the opportunity. And you guys, this is free.
It's powerful.
Gina have decades and decades of experience in this industry. They are icons in this industry.
You guys, and let's tell them a little bit about that. They have helped create over 274 millionaires, you guys. Think of that.
Yeah.
Over 274 million.
No, we can't promise you anything
in this industry. So, I mean, I want to follow somebody that has got proven results over time, and they are the most hard-charging, wonderful people that you'll ever meet in your life, and they truly love God, and they love people, and they want us all to win. So the time is now to make your move, okay? This is not a hard decision. If you're walking around like we were with stagnant stem cells in our brain, I mean, it doesn't take much common sense to understand that we have got to reverse that. So here you go, $3.30 a day, and you're on your way. So remember, are you serious about your dream? And we know you are because you're still here. You're still looking. You guys, this is true hope. This is real hope for your future. This is why we love this opportunity so much, because we know you're going to get product benefit.
Yeah.
It's unlike any. You heard Ginger and Rich. It is remarkable what is happening to people. And on the opportunity side, it's as equally as remarkable because this is freeing families, you guys. Remember, we can't promise anything.
Yeah.
But you've got a really, really good chance if you plug in, you follow the system that is proven, you give it some time, put in the effort, follow the people that have gotten the results that you want, and sky's the limit. So don't wait too long. This is not a hard decision that takes a lot of time to make. Get with the person that invited you. Get started where you can tonight so you can get a spot in their organization, and everybody comes in after you. You get a piece of that activity from your sponsor's tree.
Right.
It is the most incredible business opportunity I've ever seen.
Yep. This Is It team has weekly events. There is a Zoom pretty much every day of the week, but
it's amazing.
So you can plug in. It's the same Zoom link you got on to participate tonight. So take a screenshot of this and you can point people. That's the beauty of the system. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to be a stem cell biologist to do this.
You don't want to know everything.
Exactly. You just have to be a really good inviter and promoter and a pointer. And let the leadership influence everyone into your business. So take advantage of these Zoom events. They're all fantastic.
Big time. Thank you, Steve and Gina, for putting that together. So we've got a podcast, On The Go podcast.
Wherever you get your podcast.
You can tap into that.
Yes. Incredible. While you're driving, while you're running errands, while you're sitting in the pickup line for your kids. So
good.
Yes.
So good. And a team platform that's called School. Take a picture of that QR code. You guys, this is free. Can you believe it? All these businesses that I owned and Cathie and I owned, and the franchises, we had to pay big time for all our training. This is free and it's proven. No one is experimenting with your financial future. YouTube channel, QR code, that's where all the replays will be right when this is done. Our replay will be up there for you to share. Steve and Gina Merritt have done the heavy lifting for all of us, you guys.
Thank you.
And it has been heavy lifting. So make sure you join the Facebook group.
Yeah,
This is it team. Search it up. You'll find it. And get involved. Get involved where you fit in, where you're comfortable. Okay? And one last thing before we go. You guys, we like to give the Lord glory and honor, so we like to close out our Zooms with a favorite verse, and tonight's going to be Jeremiah 29:11. I have plans for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks
Get
for
back
tuning
with
in.
the person who invited you, pick your package, and start patching.
Don't wait.
Don't wait. God bless you guys.
See you at the top, guys. See you at the top. Bye-bye.
In a world searching for answers, one discovery is changing everything. A patch, no bigger than a quarter, built not to treat symptoms, but to wake up the healer inside you. This is X39, a wearable, light-activated patch. Designed by David Schmidt, an inventor with over 200 patents.
Recording in progress.
His mission? To reverse aging naturally. This isn't science fiction. It's stem cell activation without injections, without pills. Your body repairing itself. The results? Life-changing energy, recovery, sleep, relief. And the medical world? It's taking notice. Still skeptical? Visit thisisitinfo.com. You'll find the studies, the patents, the proof. It's all there. But there's more. This tiny patch isn't just transforming lives, it's creating freedom. Because behind it is a business model built for the bold. Real people, real results. Income that scales with impact. And here's why. Because this breakthrough technology is patented and exclusive, it offers a lucrative business plan that allows you to compound your efforts. More people than ever are struggling in today's economy. You can no longer rely on your own sweat equity alone to make a living. This business model allows you to duplicate yourself and, even better, to benefit from other people's efforts. So your income no longer depends solely on you. By duplicating yourself over and over, The income potential is far greater than a conventional job, career, or profession. And you're never alone. The This Is It system gives you the tools, the path, the team. All you have to do is start. The question is no longer if it works, it's whether you'll act or let this moment pass. Will you keep waiting or finally feel your body come alive again? Will you stay financially stuck or build something that lasts? Isn't it time to start living life on your own terms? The This Is It action plan will set you on a path to live out the dreams you have for your family. Get back with the person who shared this video so you can experience the age-reversing health and the exciting lifestyle that thousands are already enjoying. This is the technology. This is the team. And this is your moment. This is it.